Are you ready for your first fish? Well, I'm going to ask you this question first. Did you get your fish tank today? Maybe this week? Well, if that's the case, then I want you to watch this video first. The nitrogen cycle is very important when you first start up your aquarium. I don't want to overcomplicate any of this because John's already done a ton of videos about it, but I do want to say you need to know that. You need to know the nitrogen cycle. You need to know how to cycle a tank. And if you're an impatient person and you do want to have that aquarium going day one, then I would recommend Turbo Start. What size tank do you have? That is super important when you decide on the fish you want to keep in that aquarium. If you have a 10-gallon tank, you're not going to want to go to the section at the fish store and pick out African cichlids, Oscars, or even goldfish. Even if you see it on the box, don't get goldfish for a 10-gallon. You're going to want to stick with fish more like your betta fish, your guppies, and ember tetras, your little fish. Do you have a filter? It doesn't matter if it's just a sponge filter as long as it's for the right size tank. You don't want to have a sponge filter on a 55-gallon with, fish that produce a lot of poop, right? So if you have a sponge filter, it's on a 10-gallon tank or in a 10-gallon tank, a 15-gallon, that's fine. You're doing absolutely the right thing. But if you have something larger than a 55, 75, you might want to think about a hang on the back filter. And if you're getting up there higher, you're going to probably want to have something like, what's that thing you like, John?
Canister.
Canister filters, that's right. So anyways, you don't need a FX4 on a 10-gallon. A heater. You need a heater for your fish tank. Unless it's goldfish or, one of the other fish that don't require a heater, then you definitely need a heater. And make sure you get the right size for the aquarium that you have because there's so many different sizes. You don't want to get a 350 watt for a 10-gallon. So don't forget your thermometer. That's important too because you want to make sure you know what your water temperature is. Is your tank decorated properly for the fish you plan on getting? Because some fish, they require certain things, like bettas. They like to have things floating at the top of the tank that they can rest on, like betta floating logs or the little leaf hammocks that you can stick to the side of your tank, or just plants that float up top. Like, look at my little babies, my little baby bettas. They like to be up here at the surface and they like to just kind of do their thing and float around with the other fish and stuff. There are tons of videos out there and they will show you all kinds of different scapes, some that are perfect for, whatever fish you want to get. Especially, let me tell you, this video, one of these places that I'm pointing to is going to have a video of the perfect scape for African cichlids, and I definitely recommend you watch that one. Do you have all the chemicals you need just in case your fish gets sick or, you need to do a water change? You have to make sure you have your water conditioners, and you don't want to wait till the last minute because that's when the fish store will be closed. You want to make sure that you have the fish food that your fish needs as well because you know what? There's nothing worse than having just one brand of food or one food. You want to give your fish a varied diet. So at the very least, keep two different things, like one pellet and one flake. And don't forget, you need a net. And make sure you get the right size because this one, it ain't gonna fit an Oscar in it. I just wanted to keep this super simple as far as if your aquarium is ready for fish. I know there are a lot of other things that people might say you should have, like maybe a light or, a few other things, and that's fine. And if you are one of those people, please leave it in the comment section below as you hit that subscribe button because everybody could use a little bit of extra info. Have a wonderful day, and we'll see you next time.